Alright, hello everybody. It's time for another trip to the arena. Go ahead and get in there. Our hero is probably yet again going to be the Mage, Jaina Proudmoore. Uther's a good second player. There. Stop. So right here, I'm already seeing two things that have counterspell, or secret, and I have seen a lot of that in Mage. So as much as I want something like the Sun Fury Protector, I actually think I'm going to go with Counterspell just because I know it can be a powerful thing to go with. Igneous Elemental or Arcane Intellect here. Gnomish Inventor isn't really on curve where I want it. Arcane Intellect, obviously just draw 2 cards, is fairly good, but I'm going to go with Igneous Elemental because it gives me board presence, plus it also works into the archetype for the elementals. Defender of Argus is great. It's effectively a better version of that, the one that I passed up earlier. Doppelgangster doesn't really help in this type of deck. I'm not going to be boosting it from my hand. So it's between the Defender of Argus and Cabal Courier right now. I have 2 3s, so I'm tempted for that Defender, but really the ability to discover whatever I need is incredibly tempting. I'm going to go with Defender. Alright, so here we have discover a spell and cast it with random targets. I'm not really sure what I think about that. I mean, considering I just did that Yogg Saron tryouts one. Bright-Eyed Scout, draw a card, change its cost to 5. Doesn't really seem like it'd be good. I'm trying to lean towards the light end here. So really the Meteor seems the best pick here. Effectively just destroy target creature for 6. Not as good as Polymorph. But the extra 3 damage tagged onto the other guys is kind of nice. I'm not going to have a weapon, so the South Sea Deckhand doesn't really do much. Unfortunately, it is still a 2-1 for 1. Even if it is a vanilla 2-1 for 1, with no effect, that's still better than most of the things. But that Agent of Blossoms... Taunt always gets me. I like Taunt. Just to make sure I have a good opening play, South Sea Deckhand. Okay. So Faceless Manipulator, I don't really know what all in my deck is going to be benefited from that. Kabbalist Tome, 3 random mage spells to your hand. Primordial Glyph. Discover a spell, reduce its cost by 2. I'm really tempted to choose the Glyph here. Since I do want those early game plays more, I do want to put pressure on the opponent real fast. Though the Kabbalist Tome just gives me so much. I have to go with the Tome. That might have been a bad choice. But between the two of them, I think the Tome is going to help me the most. Alright, so here I'm really looking at Acolyte of Pain. Arcane Missiles is okay here, but really, I feel like I'm going to need that ability to draw more. It's not really... I mean, its vanilla stats are bad. 1-3 for 3. 1/3 for 3 that I can ping the next turn, swing into something, and effectively draw 2 cards off of it. I still don't know if that's the best. Maybe Arcane Missiles, just to make sure I do have a nice low. Alright, so here, Tar Creeper. I'm sorry, I really like the Tar Creepers. Mirror Image is good, especially to keep things settled down for the beginning. Arcane Intellect isn't bad. Duskboar, if I go up against another mage, that will immediately die. Against Dwarf Paladins, it could do the same. So not the Duskboar. So it's between Arcane Intellect and Mirror Image. Mirror Image. Corrupted Healbot, Stonehill Defender, Small Time Buccaneer. So Death Rattle, restore 8 health to the enemy hero. Taunt, discover a taunt. And yet again, that is a vanilla 1 for a 1/1. So it's between the Healbot and the Defender, and currently I think the Healbot is where I want to go. I want some nice closers. Alright, so Potion of Polymorph, yet again it's a secret. If I happen to find more secret cards, that'll be useful. Stonehill Defender, still a good card. Biggest problem with the Potion of Polymorph is that I can't really make sure I get what I need to hit out of it, so I am going to go with Stonehill Defender. Alright, so we have Streetwise Investigator isn't really... Enemy minions lose stealth. I don't know how often that's going to come up. And since it's a battle cry effect, that just means that I'm going to have a lot less mana to do anything with the stealth with. I'd have to effectively base it off of my creatures, minions. Frost Elemental is good, and so is Flame Geyser here. I am going to choose the Flame Geyser because I don't have a cost 2 yet. The Giant Wasp is nice. Stealth and Poisonous. Effectively, it's 3 mana to next turn. It's a lot like that Corruption spell that the Warlock has. Here, I am actually going to choose the Stegodon. This is the Stubborn Gastropod all the way. This one's not as good as the Wasp, but it is darn good. I mean, really. Ooh, Cult Apothecary seems nice. It's not too far below the curve. And that can really help me get back from a bad situation. Babbling Book, I still do want some early plays, and that's actually a really good one. Enrage, +2 attack, freeze an enemy, give a friendly Murloc, +1/+1. Hold up. Have I seen... At what point? Because you get a legendary while going through this. I have not seen a legendary yet, right? Because once I see my legendary, I can, as the mage, I can start picking duplicates. 2 for 2/3 is not bad, and I do want some more early plays. Proactive early plays, mind you. Here, I think, yet again, the Arcane Explosion might be good, though the Naga Corsair isn't bad. 4 for a 5/4, I mean, it's a vanilla 5/4, obviously. Not bad. 5 for a 4/4, I don't... yeah. Gluttonous Ooze. Okay. Battle Cry, silence a minion with Death Rattle. Alright, that's a little bit... What was it? Yeah, the keyword soup. Alright, so we're looking for one... Oh. Looking for all our Battle Cry minions. 3, 4... I mean, technically 5... 6. So I'm 18 cards in. I have 6. Blood Baron doesn't really seem like it's going to do much. Gluttonous Ooze feels like it could do amazing. Defias Cleaner, yet again, it really is depending on what my opponent pulls. A 5/7 for 6, I don't think is where I want to be. So I'm going to go for the Gluttonous Ooze. I don't understand the Weasel Tunneler. Okay, so it's between Forbidden Flame or Big Game Hunter. Destroy a minion with 7 or more attack. I'm not sure how often Big Game Hunter is going to come up, and otherwise it's a 4/2 for 5. It's going to die to a lot of things and have a chance to kill stuff. I'm going to go with Forbidden Flame here. So here it's going to be Archaeologist, best stats for its cost. And yet again, I'm trying to avoid duplicates until I get my Legendary. Which I don't know if I actually... Maybe I'm completely off on this. At the start of your turn, deal damage to a random enemy. Cost 2 less for each secret you've played this game. Oh, okay. Adapt. Crystal Runner's not bad. Archaeologist will give me Counterspell. But that might actually be the only one I've got. So, 6 for a 5/5 is what Cabal Crystal Runner is asking me. Demolisher, 3 for a 1/4 isn't bad. And Volcanosaur, Battlecry, Adapt. I don't actually have a finisher. I think Volcanosaur is what I pick here. Okay, Dread Corsair does nothing. 4 for a 3/3 taunt. So Bilefin, 2 for a 2/1. That gives me a taunt. And I am... I'm really disappointed here. I think the correct choice is Meteor. I think the correct choice is Meteor, but I have never actually gotten a chance to use Caracas. I'm still hoping on it. So I did not pick the Primordial Glyph earlier. I did not. That is going to be my choice this time. Bittertide is more of a drawback than a success. Validated Doomsayer, also kind of meh. So Primordial Glyph is what I go for here. Cult Apothecary, why are you so good? Guru Bashi Berserker is probably my choice here. I've played it enough, I know how to use it. Oh my gosh. A lot of people don't like the ability of Elven Archer to deal 1 damage along with the Mage power of deal 1 damage. A lot of people will be like, oh, I'll still have 2 left. They can't do it, and the Mage power plus that comes as a shock a lot of times. I do like that. Socialite is nice too, 2 for a 2/2. I'm gonna get the Archer, see if I can maybe pull that off. Yeah, Medivh's Valet without having all of the secrets that I was kind of hoping for. Not as good. How many elementals do I have? That is a beast. So technically 1, 2, 3. I have 3, so Thunder Lizard's probably not my best bet. I will go with Fireball. Mana Bind really looks good here. Galaka Crawler is nice, but since it's not going to be a constructed deck, I don't think that my opponent's going to have the things for it, and the Swarmer is never going to work for me. Mana Bind. So this is my last one. So yeah, I didn't get a legendary. I could have had... Alright, I will remember this for next time. You do not always get a legendary. So, Steam Surge is what I pick here. I have some elementals. It's good on curve. Injured Blade Master is effectively a 4/3 for 3. You know, actually, Injured Blade Master isn't bad. 4/3 for 3. Or 5/4 for 4. Like, if I'm just looking at those as vanillas, you know, no abilities or anything, they're both good. I'm gonna go for the Steam Surger. No real reason. Alright. I feel better and worse about this deck. Alright. So yet again, learning experience for me. That you do not always get a legendary. I seem to have gotten a lot more epics this time, so I believe the game knows how to balance it out. I mean, it does make me curious, like, so could you have a deck that's nothing but rares the entire time? It's like, there's no epics, no legendaries, no commons. It's all just rare across the board. I do wonder how the game decides that. So I've got a fairly good opener, but I'm going to put... No, I've got a good opener. I can... My biggest problem is I'm against the Warlock, which means they could have far more powerful things than I have. With the drawback, of course, but their stuff is incredibly strong. Babbling Book, obviously my first choice. Gives me... Oh! I'll take a Forbidden Flame. So does that deal that much damage? Okay, that's what I thought. And I think the correct answer here is hold back a bit, see what he does, and base my moves off of them. Okay. It's a 4/3. I can Arcane Missile, see where that goes, and then either finish it off with the Fireball or the Hunter. Maybe both. Let's see where this goes. Arcane Missiles does not scale well. It's better at the beginning parts of a game than it is at the later parts. Okay, that needs to go away. Forbidden Flame. I was not going to let that stay on the field. I am sorry, but that is just a little more obnoxious than I want. Okay. I'm like really halfway hoping the Warlock has a forbidden the thing that gives him all of the tentacles. Just so I can Cult Apothecary afterwards. Like, I'm pretty sure the chances of that are slim to none, but I really want it. I really, really do. So here, the Corsair is my best choice. Next turn, I can do pretty much anything to wipe out that rat. But I don't want to overextend already. I don't want to fireball when I don't need to, especially when that just hit the field. Yeah. Okay. So, fireballing that. Corsair and that can take this out. I think that'd leave me... Okay, if I had 7 next turn, that'd give me 4 for that, 2 for the Flame Geyser, 1 for the Elemental that it gives me if I use the coin now. But if I hold back, I don't really see what I get either. Keep pressure on. Because if he's got anything with 4 health... Oh, 8? It's obnoxious. It's really obnoxious. I don't know what he discarded. Alright. So I Steam Surger now. Gets me a Flame Geyser. I'll go ahead and take that out. Ping. Okay. So that would knock it down to 4 health if he attacks my Tarlurker. Blaze Collar. The guy will be frozen one way or the other. So... Primordial Glyph gives me Pyroblast, Ice Block. A 1-cost Ice Block sounds really nice, I'm not gonna lie. But I think the Pyroblast is the best one here. Then go for the Kabbalist Tome. Cool. Oh, Cone of Cold and Shatter and Frost Nova. Okay, so apparently I'm just freezing everything. And the one dude freezes himself, so I am totally alright with this. Deal 5 damage to your hero. Yeah, I'm actually not looking too bad right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is gonna hurt like a mofo. But... deal 1 damage. Alright, so I've got 9 mana. So I think... think the best answer is Cult Apothecary followed by Frost Nova. Because now, as long as both of my guys survive, I can Pyroblast and Slam Face. And there is... yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Oh. But it has, what, if it dies, deal 5 damage to the hero? Battlecry, adapt your Murlocs. So Pyroblast his face, and headbutt his little chickadee. Because that little chickadee will deal 5 damage to him. I like how he just had this wall of minions, just nearly covering the board. 4, 5, 8, 6, just so much power on that side of the field. And I'm just like, and it's frozen, and now it's dead. Just, that was good. I was actually quite pleased. Okay, so learning experience for me. No, you do not get a legendary every time. So go ahead, if you plan on doing a mage, priest, or warlock, those are the Kabbalist ones. Since you don't get a legendary every time, go ahead and grab duplicates, because your chances of even finding a duplicate carrying legendary are slim. So I will learn this for next time. This arena, I'm guessing 3 wins. Maybe 4. I mean, I am better than last time, but, I mean, I know that I put too much stock into the legendaries just because I wanted the Caracas. I think that's how you pronounce his name. The one that says as long as you have no duplicates, create your spell. I wanted to try that. But so I have learned for next time, it's not a given. Go with what you can. So, yeah, if I had done this better, I would have gotten 2 more of those Cult Apothecaries and another Meteor. And I think that would have really helped out my deck. But obviously I won a round, so I'm not the worst at this. So, yeah, that's about it. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys next time for another arena match. Go ahead, leave comments. I love hearing from you guys. Like, subscribe, share, that sorts of self-promotion-y stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.